to another wonderful, wonderful episode of Nerd in Texoma. Got a lamp there, a little bit of new lighting. Um, my normal light in the ceiling fan, I think, has gone out. I don't have my leg yet, so I can't climb up there to get to it because it's pretty tall ceiling. Today I am going to be talking about something that's pretty polarizing these days. I'm a little bit closer to the camera than normal because it's August, it's Texas, it's hot. I've got to have the fan on. So I do apologize for that droning in the background if y'all hear it. It is just absolutely necessary because Texas. That's all I can say. Recently, there's been some bitterness that I've seen online from a former fan film creator geared towards mainly another fan film creator. Overall, it's geared towards many other fan film creators out there. I understand, as an actor myself in many fan films, go check out, the Constar playlists here on this channel on No Budget Productions, Ferret Productions page. I've been in quite a few of those. Look up Serpent of Yesterday, the Old Republic short from about 6 years ago. Look up Starship Melbourne. I've had varying degrees of, active roles in each of those films. I love it. I mean, it's totally freaking awesome. It's a childhood dream. The first time I walked on the Starbase Studio set, bridge set in Oklahoma City, and all the stations were lit up, beeping, and all the consoles were blinking, and different things were on the screens, and all of the bridge sounds were playing on the bridge. I seriously choked up. I mean, because this was a childhood dream come true right here in front of my face. And I was so thankful and so, blown away by everybody who worked hard to make that possible. And in every fan film, no matter if you have the original blueprints from the 60s or from the late 80s, if you're doing a next gen series or sets or whatever, down to just cardboard cutouts and stuff that looks sci-fi-ish and Star Trek-ish, it's the heart of the fan film. It is not about the sets. It's not about the costumes and all that. Don't get me wrong, they're great. I love the costumes on a lot of different fan films. I mean, they're amazing. There's some very, very talented people working on fan films to produce some amazing content. What to me is the most important is this is all something that brings us all together. Our common love for Star Trek. Okay, granted, I'm saying Star Trek because that's, my main thing. There are fan films out there for Star Wars. There are fan films out there for Ghostbusters. There are fan films out there, for whatever fandom that you have, there's a fan film out there for it. I closely follow a producer who has worked on a lot of top name video games, mostly for Microsoft, but he is a Transformer fan, and he produces Transformer fan videos, posts them on YouTube. Some of his work has been included on actual licensed Transformer DVDs. He's been sought out, for the Transformer conventions. His work has been, recognized as that dang good that it's included with official stuff. Why does he do it? Because he loves it. He loves Transformers. That's the thing that's getting me right now with the fan films. Do it because you love it. Don't do it to bash somebody else. If you don't love it anymore, don't do it. Don't bash somebody else for doing something. They're not hurting you. They're not harming you in any way. Let them do it. If you have, an official license to have your replicas, that's great. Awesome, more power to you. Cool. If people are making replicas that are unlicensed, you don't have to sit there and bash them for that. If it's that much of a problem, whoever owns the license, whoever owns that franchise, they'll take care of it. They don't need you to sit there and badmouth other people. I'm not trying to badmouth any certain specific one person or one group. Personally, I wish everybody in the fan film community could just get along. We're humans, we're going to have disagreements, but we can get past those disagreements. And this kind of goes into a personal subject for me. There's been some upheaval recently in my own personal life with some extended family members, we'll call them, who are just so caught up in something that is almost 20 years old. It doesn't affect them. It never did affect them, really. But yet they are still so stuck in the past, so unforgiving, they just can't get past it, and it's messing up quite a few different people's lives because of their, I guess you could call it hatred, their unwillingness to forgive, understand that people make mistakes, and move on. We're all human. Things are going to happen. You know, enough about my personal life, enough about that. I apologize for getting off track, but I guess what I'm saying is the person right now that's having the biggest wave making contest, I guess you would call it, in the fan film community has been I guess I would say copying other people's work for most of his life. In a performance setting, for quite some time. Do I think the man is talented? Yes, he is amazingly talented. Do I enjoy the work that he produces and did produce? Yes, I do. When he got recognized in an official capacity, it seems like some of that went straight to a place of ego. When that was shut down because of COVID and his other work of emulating another famous performer again got shut down because of COVID, he seemed very distraught. A lot of us were last year. That came pretty much out of nowhere and whacked all of us on our ass. Now that it's clearing up, it seems like some of the animosity is coming back toward the Star Trek fan film community and the past chapter in his life of being a part of that Star Trek community. But he's getting back into his singing career again, which is a direct copy of another very famous singer. He is a very talented man. I will give him props on that all day long. I just don't understand how he can be so up in arms over others copying something when he has copied the exact same thing himself, and he continues to copy another performer's work himself. I guess what I'm saying here, and I apologize for this rant and ramble, it is nerdy, but it is a little personal. What I'm trying to say is, stop hating people. Stop hating people for doing what you did. Stop hating people for stuff that they did 20 years ago and they have completely changed their ways from that. If somebody makes a mistake, yeah, sit back, watch, make sure that they're not going to fall into the same trap, and after a period of time, forgive and forget. Keep it in your mind that, yes, again, we're all human. We all have the capacity to fall and stumble and end up back in the same old traps. But if that person is actively working on not doing that, is actively working on making things better, give them that chance. Don't hate on somebody else for what they're doing. Don't hold animosity in your life. You know, I've been through a lot in this past year, or actually not even a year yet. It's been about 8 to 9 months. You know, and I know it's a cliche, I know people say it all the time, but life is too short for that bullshit. Pardon my language, but it's bullshit. To sit there and just hate on somebody else is bullshit. Alright, everybody, I just had to get that out of the way. I promise the next video of Nerd in Texoma is going to be light-hearted and back to my normal happy self. You know, and I will hopefully not use the word bullshit as much. Alright, well, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know, whatever, if you agree with me, if you don't, hey, that's what makes the world go around. We're not all gonna agree on the same things at the same time, at the same place. But if you do, be respectful to each other, be helpful to each other. Let me know in the comments, you know, what your feelings are and your opinions are on this. Alright, y'all. I will see you back here for the next episode. Take it easy. Bye.